This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, December 3rd, 2014. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS model run at noon today. Trough axis moving across the Great Lakes. That's bringing a bit of snow into that area. It's also going to bring a little bit more colder air to the New England states, but around here we're only going to see temperatures pretty much about where they were yesterday, maybe a degree or two cooler in some areas, a degree or two warmer in other areas, but otherwise it'll still remain in the 20s north and east to 30s and to around the lower 40s in our southwestern counties. And that looks to be the case for the rest of the week as well. Here as we move into Thursday, you can see some precipitation to our south. This could skim the southeastern counties Thursday night into the day on Friday, but this high pressure to our north could suppress a lot of that south of the state. GFS here is being a little rambunctious with the precipitation into the state. We'll see if this trend continues, and we may have to insert some more chances of rain maybe a little further north into the state as we move into the day on Friday. Otherwise, it looks to still remain fairly dry across the state, except for that possible chance Thursday night into Friday. Saturday to start off the weekend, temperatures still remaining in the 30s across the state, few 40s on our southwestern and southern counties of the state. And then on Sunday, still remaining about the same. We have a frontal system that'll move in, but a lot of the precipitation will be well to our north, although we can't rule out an isolated rain or snow shower with this front as it moves through. And this will drop temperatures a skosh as we move into Monday. Maybe temperatures a couple of degrees cooler as we move to the new work week, back into the 30s, maybe a few upper 20s, and 30s across the state with maybe a 40-degree temperature near Omaha or so. And then temperatures warm right back up into Tuesday. Winds turn southerly. That'll boost temperatures well into the 30s and some 40s across the state. Could be a bit warmer in other areas. It'll depend a lot on the possible low relative humidities that could really jump the temperatures way up there. But then as we move toward the middle of next week, this is next Wednesday, the system is moving in from the west. You can see that with the disturbance and the axis just to our west about to move in. And with the little moisture around, we see some Gulf moisture. This could bring a little bit of rain, maybe a bit of a wintry mix, depending on the surface temperatures, depending on the time of the day as well. But this looks to be fairly light, if anything, if this happens to come to pass. We go further along into the month. You see another disturbance moving across the southern and central plains back into the southwest. Another upper-level feature off the southeast coast, the Carolinas to be exact. With this pattern, it looks to be somewhat more rambunctious, a little more active system move on the mid-Atlantic southeast coast, system moving into the state. This could be in the form of some rain by the looks of it. Another system moving into the north and west. Then as we go to the end of the forecast, around the 18th and 19th, roughly around that time period, still the pattern looks to be fairly similar. Trough beginning to develop somewhat over the west, a bit of a ridge over the south and east. System moving through could bring us some rain and or snow, depending on the time of the day. Looks to be that temperatures look to remain above seasonal levels for the next week to 2 weeks, but this pattern change off to our west may be a sign of things to come toward Christmas. Satellite image from last evening. We had a system moving in through the west, brought quite a bit of precipitation across California yesterday. That system is moving off to the east, a little bit of a disturbance over the northeast, elsewhere fairly calm and fairly quiet. And you can see that with the watch morning map from last evening. Some winter weather advisories across the New England states, especially in the interior. Some winter storm warnings along the Sierra Nevadas and California where they desperately need a lot of snow there. Some flood watches over Southern California. KPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days. This goes through Sunday evening at 6 o'clock, showing most of the precipitation will be to our south where they could see about an inch of precipitation, and also across the west around California as well.